Hi everybody, I am James from WCICO and we have a very special location to show you today. Now you might notice in the background right behind me there is a beautiful bridge, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this right now, and a bit later, if you can stick with us right through to the end, a bit later we're going to go down onto the riverbed. There's a big beach which has been left behind. Now the waters of the Yangtze River have gone down, and there's a very special spot down there, which has become an internet celebrity location. And if you go there, a lot of people have said, especially when the lights are turned on the bridge, which we will see a bit later, it kind of looks like a scene from that movie, which was called Interstellar. Okay, so it's going to have like a very strong sci-fi feeling to it. Okay, and a big warm welcome to our audience members. I can see Kevin there. So hello, Kevin. Welcome to the live stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. And do please keep those comments and questions coming, and we can deal with them as we go along with the live stream. Okay, now I want to tell you a little bit more about this bridge behind me. Now, first of all, the name of it is called Baiju Si. And Baiju Si really means Baiju Temple. So I think once upon a time, very close to here, there was a temple called Baiju, and that is what this bridge is now named after. And if you look very carefully, right now, you can see a subway train going over it. You might have to look very carefully because I know it's a little bit small from this angle. But there's some interesting facts about this. Now, I can tell you that this bridge has a world record, and I can tell you what it is. You can see that on the very top, there is a road bridge, and this road is huge. It's like an 8-lane road on the top, 4 lanes in each direction. And then on the deck underneath, there is the track for the line number 18 subway system in Chongqing, which has only been open a couple of weeks. So this bridge is really quite new. And I remember about a year or two ago, I actually filmed a vlog on the bridge here before it opened to the public, and had a really interesting experience because we got into the crane, onto the lift, and we went right up to the top and also the lower deck. And yeah, we managed to get a kind of a sneak preview to it all before it all opened. Okay, so I was just talking about this world record. So it's a dual-use bridge, and it's also a stay-cabled bridge. Now again, you might not be able to, well, I think you can see it right now. If you look very carefully from the top of the tower, there are these big cables linking to the top deck. And this kind of bridge is called a cable-stayed bridge. So the claim to fame of this bridge is that it's the largest bridge in the world with the longest span that is cable-stayed and dual-use. Okay, so in that respect, this is the largest bridge of its kind in the world. And this is also something very special about Chongqing because, you know, a lot of the bridges now in Chongqing are dual use. For example, the Qiansimen Daqiao next to Jiefeng Bay, and also on the other side, there's the Dongshuimen Bridge on that side. And again, these have really become internet hotspots in the last few years because people love to watch the trains and the traffic all go over in both directions at the same time. I can also tell you that this bridge has a very famous designer. There was an international architectural firm, which is called T.Y. Lin, and they have in fact designed a lot of the bridges in Mountain City. And I remember when I did an interview with them, maybe a year or two ago, they told me that their preferred style of bridge in Chongqing is the cable-stayed, and there's a special reason for it. Because we all know about the famous night view of Chongqing. The problem is with a lot of bridge designs is if you're not careful, you can actually block a lot of portions of the city from view. But we don't get that problem with the cable-stayed bridge because really the cables don't look that thick and you can see right in between them. So not only can you get like a very modern bridge, which is of course strong enough to hold all of this traffic and the subway trains, but also it doesn't obstruct our beautiful city views come the night time. Okay, so my plan is we are going to walk towards the bridge. We're going to walk down these steps onto the beach down below. And my understanding is at around 6 p.m. Chongqing time, Beijing time, they're going to turn all of the lights on, and we should be able to get a stunning view altogether. And that will also be a first for me as well. I've never seen the lights turned on this bridge for myself. Okay, so my plan is then, I think we have a guest over here. Let me go and say hello. Now, my plan was also to have a guest come and join us, and they can tell us a little bit more information about this bridge. 看他们来了没有啊？可以帮我们做一个介绍。好的，好的。OK， 我觉得我们边走边聊也可以啊。Okay, so I got a special guest here for you. 这个是一个国际传播，但是可以讲中文，这个没问题啊。
好。
好的。然后这个可以扣在你的衣服上吗？是吧？
可以。
那你的英文讲的怎么样吗？OK， 没关系的。
不好意思。
没有啊，那可以给自己做一个简单的介绍吗？
可以。大家好，我叫黄静，现在是巴南区文旅委的副主任，非常欢迎大家到我们重庆美丽的重庆巴南来打卡。
OK， 有没有一个英文名吗？
英文名啊？暂时还没有。
Okay, so we could call her Miss Huang, and she works here in Banan District, also in the Culture and Tourism Bureau here. So I think she can tell us a bit more interesting information about this. 那么这座桥的整体情况可以给我们介绍一下？可能它给巴南和周边的地区带来了哪些便利呢？ So I just want to ask Mrs. Huang. So after this bridge has been completed, in what ways has it benefited the people here in Banan District, which is where we are doing the live stream today? Because incidentally, this side of the Yangtze River is in Banan District, and if you go all the way out to the other side, and I can tell you that this bridge is about 3.6 kilometers long. It is absolutely huge. And on the other end, the other bank of the Yangtze River, is another district called Dadukao. OK， 可不可以给我们介绍一下？
介绍一下这个桥吗？
然后给我们周围的居民带来了哪些便利呢？
带来了哪些便利？这座桥呢，主要是巴南区连接到大渡口的一座桥，它的名字叫白居四大桥，估计大家都已经知道了。那么这个白居四大桥现在为什么这么火呢？是因为有一个网友从那个桥洞的位置拍了一张照片，就有一个星际穿越的感觉，所以我们现在这个地方叫做星际穿越的一个网红打卡点。然后现在我们也是因为有了这样一个比较红的照片，在网上有收到有很多的网友的反馈呀，说大家说我们建议我们比如说要打造一下这里，把它做成一个很漂亮的地方，然后我们也根据这些情况收集的这些情况，所以我们也是在连夜的做了一些观景台呀，这个应该你都知道哈，包括我们的观景台呀，我们的以前没有的像什么垃圾桶啊，包括以前这个地方没有厕所呀，这些我们都现在已经增加了，也就是为了方便到这里来打卡的这些。
这个速度确实很快。好的，我来总结一下。Okay, so like we just said, this bridge links Banan and Daduko districts, and it's only in recent days, I think. 是不是前几天才变成了网红景点？ Okay, so only a couple of days ago, this became an internet celebrity hotspot because there was an internet celebrity who came down here and he took some videos and some photographs, and it's that spot I talked about, which we will see towards the end of this live stream. And you can look up, and as you can see behind me, there's like a little gap in the big pillars, because you can see that this bridge is built in the shape of a raindrop. And if you go down to just the right spot, you can look up through the raindrop and also see the track kind of cutting through the middle. And it has this really strong sci-fi feeling to it, especially when the lights are on. So ever since that day, lots of people, lots of citizens, tourists have been coming here to take photographs and videos, putting them online, and just to kind of make life a bit more convenient for them. They've also set up a lot of supporting facilities. Over there, we have a lot. I'll take a quick look in a moment. But also on the riverside, in the space of only a day or two, they've built a lot of these nice little paths. They're building a green platform. And they've even set up some public lavatories as well. Okay, so I can tell you, it's a little bit of a distance from the roadside down to underneath the bridge. 那么我们边走边聊怎么样嘛？ Okay, so we're going to walk slowly towards the bridge, and we can talk about the same time. And 我先做的就是可以穿过这个草坪，然后我也先路过对面的这些小摊儿，可以吗？
可以。
嗯。Okay, so 能不能讲一下这座桥有没有使得巴南居民的这个交通情况稍微方便一点吗？以前你要从巴南到大渡口，以前是不是要绕很长的距离吧？
巴南到大渡口的话，要经过鱼洞，就是相当于是沿江的那一带那样过去。然后这个桥修好了以后，我们到大渡口的距离就只有一座桥的距离，就变得非常的便利。
Okay, so
另外我还想加一个，就是在这座桥的下面呢是我们的轻轨12号线，所以通过轻轨的话可以更快的到达大渡口。
Right. So in the past, if you wanted to travel in between Banan and Daduko district, you had to kind of take a big diversion through another city area of Banan district called Yudong, which means a bit like fish cave in Chinese. But now, obviously, the bridge has opened, and whether you are driving or taking the subway, it's literally just a few kilometers straight across the bridge. So that's made, life transport a lot easier for the people here. OK， 那么等一下，如果是我们下到这个餐子上面，我们会不会看到什么非常有趣的东西吗？
我们如果下到那个河滩上面，我们就可以看到那个桥洞。就是我们这个桥是一个水滴型的，它下面那个洞特别的大。你从那个洞看过去的话，然后在上面有一座桥下的感觉，就有一种星际穿越的感觉，感觉好像你不是在这个世界里，就有一种那种效果吧。
Okay, yeah. So again, we're talking about the sci-fi feeling it's going to give us when you get down there a little bit later. 然后这座桥的灯光一般是6点钟开灯吗？
目前。其实这座桥之前晚上是一般是在之前哈，就是这个网红点没有红之前，这个桥是在重大节假日才开灯的。也就是因为这一次它火了以后嘛，出圈了以后，我们才去协调了相关的部门，让它最近这段时间都从6点钟开灯，开到9点。
Okay, so that's also interesting. So in the past, they didn't used to turn the lights on this bridge so early. But ever since it has become an internet celebrity hotspot, they had some negotiations with the local authorities here, and they've changed it. So now the lights are turned on like every evening for about 6 p.m. And there's another detail as well that Mrs. Fang mentioned, is that not only in the past did they turn the lights on a bit later, the really big lighting, the major lighting they had for it, they only used to turn on during, let's say, weekends or public holidays. But now there are lots of people here. They can turn them on at 6 p.m. every evening. Okay, and thank you for those comments. So another one from Kevin. Love the structure, still distinctive. Yeah, it is a beautiful design to this one, and we're going to get a closer look in a moment. So please do stick with us, Kevin. I just want to show you this bit here. So I just noticed they set up a lot of these stalls over here. 那么这些小摊子也是这几天才搬过来的嘛？
对，这些小摊也就是大家的反馈以后嘛，因为大家看了这些地方以后觉得它很漂亮，但是呢，设施设备又不是很配套，所以给我们提了一些建议，让我们比如说设计一些小餐点呐，所以说我们就在第一时间进行安排。
Okay, so only a few days ago these stalls weren't all here, but again now this place has become very popular. They've invited a lot of these stalls to come over, and we can see that the design of the stalls are very uniform, and people can come and occupy them, and they can sell lots of different things. I'm just going to come and show you. So over here, looks like we have some volunteers in here too. Okay, my stabilizer wasn't cooperating too well just then. But this one here, we have some common refreshments. We have the Chinese style of cola. We have also some of these ready-made meals. And these are very interesting because all you need to do is open a packet in here, put it in some water, then it all heats up automatically. So, hello. Hello. Over here, I'll just show you briefly. Okay, yeah, so this vendor wants to sell me some of these. Perhaps I'll take him up on that a bit later. But we have a lot of spicy tofu. 可以给大家看一下吧。And I'll give you a look at that one. So that looks very tasty. Over here we've got some barbecue. Okay, so if you come here in the evenings, you're certainly not going to lack anything to eat. And over here we've got the Okay, so we've got the octopus balls. So these are very popular, kind of like cakes with like biscuits in there. We've got a freshly squeezed orange. 其实这里的选择都比较丰富，对吗？ Yeah, we have a lot of choice over here. Okay. 那么从这里走到我们刚说的特别具有那种科幻感的一个地方，要走多久吗？
这个位置走过去的话，大概也就2分钟吧。
那么近啊。All right, so actually we're not going to have a very long walk today. So from here down to the pier under the bridge, it's only about a 2 or 3 minute walk. But I'm going to take my time a little bit. Now, at the beginning of this live stream, we did mention that they are building some new facilities to make getting about a bit more convenient for the tourists. So we can see here, we've got this like little track here. 以前这条道也是本来是有的，对吗？
本来这条道也是有的。
啊，那这个新修的一个步道就在这个滩子那个江滩上面的吧？
主要就是新修的那个便道，主要就是下面这一条道到河滩的那个距离。哎，这边有2个步道，然后还有2个观景台。
Okay, I'm just going to show you the direction we're walking in. Right, so that track, the red track we were walking along, that was there in the past. But as we walk around here, we're going to see that they're building a new tourist path, a visitor path. But it's going to still take a day or two to complete. 他们修这个步道可能要花1、2天的时间，是不是速度非常快嘛？
对，速度非常快，而且我们是包括我们的观景平台，在这个星期哈，我们是力争在这个星期就要完成。其实我们在星期2的时候还在开会讨论这个事情，但是我们现在在周末星期6之前就要。
Well, so that just shows you how quickly they can get things done here. This place only became popular a few days ago, but in the space of just a few days, they've organized maybe a small group of people to come and build a path, the viewing platform down here. So we can see at the moment, the ground is a little bit muddy, but I think this is all going to change. 那我们脚下这个地方也要修一个小步道吗？哦，还没有啊。Okay, so this path here, I mean, it's still perfectly fine to walk. It's just like a little bit uneven and a bit muddy in places, but it's not a big deal. So a bit further up there, you should be able to see the shape of the bridge pillar coming into view. And like Kevin said, like Kevin commented a moment ago, they chose a very unique shape for this pillar. I don't recall ever seeing another bridge in other parts of the world that have used this shape, but there's a reason that Chi Wai Lin, the international architectural firm, chose this design. So I think I can tell you a little bit about that as I'm walking along. And also, we have also got to be careful because I don't want to slip over on this mud. Suppose this evening, we've got like a little bit of rain. So 现在就刚开始下一点点雨，对吧？
对，最近2天都有一点小雨，所以路也比较滑。
但我也在想啊，如果下一点点雨啊，我在亮灯之后，会不会显得这
朦胧的感觉
？Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
朦胧的美。
So we've got like some very fine drizzle coming down at the moment, and in a way that's quite good because once they turn the lights on, then the lights from the bridge will kind of like shine through the mist, and I think it's going to give it that little bit more of a mysterious aura, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we've got this last little stretch down here, and then we'll make it down to the beach. And I can tell you normally in the summer months, during the rainy season, the monsoon season, it's not normally possible to walk all the way down here. 平时在夏天的时候，这个地方要被那个江淹没了，对吗？
这就是一个淹没期。
Okay, but in the winter months, it's usually very dry. We don't have so much rain up the river, so it's quite common that the Yangtze and the Jialing rivers will go down, and it's going to reveal a lot of these beaches here, and lots of people love to come down here and play. I can show you some of the things that are going on. I just want to be careful not to step in the mud. Yeah, okay, so you can see. But it's okay, I think after we've crossed this bit, it's going to be a little easier. Actually, I can see a dry bit over there. Okay, it's getting a lot better now. Right. If you take a look around, you can see what a lot of the people are doing here. 就是感觉这里的活动比较丰富。
对对对，现在很多活动其实都是大家自发的，就是从政自发的活动。
Yeah. Okay. So we just saw the stalls up there. They're kind of like organised upon the roadside. But down here, I think this is all organic. So a lot of the locals who want to sell some things, have some like little children's activities set up. They're free to come and do that. So you can see over there, we've got lots of toys. We've got candy floss. And we have people of all ages as well. So we've got this little toddler down here. She's saying hello. And perhaps we could even go and say hello. 你好。这个小的多大了吗？几岁了吗？1岁左右啊。Okay, so our little friend over here is only 1 year old. 今天是不是第一次来嘛？对。是什么原因吸引你来到这里玩呢？Over there, there's a guy on a motorbike. So I don't know if he's planning to ride that around here. Could be exciting. 那是不是最近就在网上看到这个地方，然后决定来这里玩？Okay, so 希望你玩得开心。Okay, so maybe she's a little shy. But anyway, this is her first time here, and she just told me that she saw this place on the internet and decided to come and experience it for herself. Okay, if I have a look at this, I want to tell you a little bit about the design of the bridge. 我也看到这个灯也亮了一点点。
灯已经打开了。
我已经打开了。
对，你看它旁边那个绿色的灯光，那就是灯打开的效果，而且它那个灯是会变颜色的。
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you then, they've already turned on the lights. And it's still kind of light at the moment. I think in about another 10-15 minutes when it gets dark, it gets a little more spectacular. But yeah, they got lights on in the pillar and they change colours. They're changing from red to blue. There's like an orange colour to it. And then also, if I turn the camera up, you might be able to, there we go. Can you see the colours? So they've installed all of these lights all along the bridge. And if you're at the right angle, I think they've even lit up the whole tower in a while. Maybe I can walk around to the side and give you a side-on view. And you can see also some of those exit lanes at the end. Up there in the distance, they're also like lit up beautifully. Right, so I'll tell you a little bit about the design of the raindrop. 现在我就是想讲一下他们选择这样的一个设计，因为这个设计是一个雨滴，是不是嘛？但是这个柱子的这个桥墩的一个设计是按照一个一滴水，对吗？
对，它有点像水滴的形状。
Yeah, okay. So T.Y. Lin, the designing firm of this bridge, they, like I said earlier, they chose this raindrop design for it, and there's a reason for it because they describe how Chongqing is a river that throughout history has survived, has lived on the riversides. It was developed very quickly over the past half a century by the riversides. It has prospered there, and even now over history, the Yangtze River, the waters were like really like the main gateway to come into Chongqing and the Sichuan area. And even like today, in modern times, a lot of people come to Chongqing and they go to Chaojianmen docks they take one of the river cruises and they can go see the stunning Three Gorges. So it's basically this idea that Chongqing has always lived and prospered by the riverbanks, and it's for that reason that they chose this raindrop design. And you can tell me what you think there. Yeah, so lovely mood light hues. Yeah, I think you are right. Okay, so that's why they choose this design. And 是不是这个角度就是我们刚才说的，就是非常具有那种科技感的一个地方。
特别是它夕阳西下的时候，刚好透过这个桥洞，可以看到那个夕阳的感觉，其实也挺美的。
Right, and I think in a few moments, I think we can walk even closer than this. And you might have noticed this is the view that was on the poster for this live stream. So I think we're going to walk a bit more in that direction. And also, I would like to talk a little bit more with the locals who are here on the beach. At the same time, we can see there are lots of fun activities over here. 感觉这里也有很多游戏。Right. So I think we've got a lot of interesting games here. This is something like Tao Chuan. So this is where you throw the hoops, and if it lands over one of the toys, then you can get to keep that. We've also got lots of children's toys over here, but I can see something that's a lot of fun in this corner. So this activity looks a bit like a Gatling gun, some kind of like machine gun. People, 我就可以随便动一下也可以吧？这可以玩一下吗？可以玩了，你可以玩。来，小朋友。小朋友可以给我们演示一下吧？可以。As you can see then, this is quite innovative. I can safely say I've never played this game, a game like this before, on the river beach. 这个游戏叫什么呀？ So what's the name of this game? He said he's going to show us. 好，这能写的是这个吧？哦，骷髅战场。Okay, so it's kind of like a school battlefield. This game. 这个游戏好不好玩嘛？ Okay, so this game is a lot of fun. 有没有来过这个地方嘛？之前你是第一次来这里吗？
那天我去过的，这是第二次了，第二次。
你喜欢来这里玩吗？
有一次，以前没去过，我还不知道呢。现在放假了。
Okay, so it's not his first time to come to the beach here, so he must be a local. 你是不是住在这附近的吧？ 就开车过来了。Okay, no, it's actually not from the area, so they drove here with his family to come and experience the atmosphere here. Okay, and also, yeah, we can say that. Hello. 是不是这个游戏的管理人嘛？这个游戏能不能给我们介绍嘛？
可以介绍一下呀。这是 AR 神枪，这小朋友很喜欢玩的。
对，现在有两把枪吗？
两把枪。排队嘛，然后有这个扫码就可以玩了。
Okay, so this is very popular. A lot of the kids are already queuing up to have a go at this. And it's quite modern as well. If you want to play, then you can just take your mobile phone, you can scan a code on it, pay for it that way. 这个要玩一次要花多少钱吗？
我看你玩的时间越久越便宜。
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like paid on a time basis. Okay, I'm going to move on a little bit. So I know I stayed there maybe a few more minutes than I should, but maybe that kid in me still attracted me to that video game. So over here, it's not quite so busy. We've got the riverbanks over there. Maybe we can go down here, take a quick look. So I think at this end of the beach, people here kind of doing different things. We've got this nice lady over there. So she's taking some photographs, which I'm sure she'll put on social media a bit later. I could also see a lot of drones flying around. This area is, of course, there aren't any restrictions to flying the zone, flying the drones, because we are a fair distance away from the main central parts of downtown Chongqing. But I can count at least 1, 2 drones up there in the air, and let's have a look here. Well, I think this is a pretty good shot. 觉得这个位置也差不多了。
其实你还可以往后再靠一点，我给你拍一个。
Okay, so we can walk on a little bit further. 那我也想问一下，你也会经常来这里玩吗？
我以前有的时候也会来，特别是其实以前我们在巴滨路的时间比较多，像周末的时候天气比较好，巴滨路很多地方是可以有很多草坪，很适合休闲。
Yeah, so Mrs. Huang likes to come here very often, and she just recommended another place. I know we started this live stream on the riverside, and the name of that road is called Babin Lu, kind of like the Banan River Road. And Babin Lu is like really, really long. 这 Babin Lu 是很长的嘛？对，就还有好几十，是不是有几十公里嘛？
对，我们巴滨路是连接南滨路。
Yeah, so you might know, if you're familiar with Chongqing, there's a very famous strip of road very close to the downtown area called Nanbin Lu. But Babin Lu runs along this side of the Yangtze River and connects with Nanbin Lu. And it is a really long stretch of road. It's like in the tens of kilometers. And it's really beautiful. I mean, it's lined with parks. You get the amazing river views. And they have, a lot of amenities along the way, like old town areas. Yeah, so you definitely can go there and have a nice time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I really like the look of this bike. So, 这个摩托车是什么品牌的嘛？对。那这个在这个地面上那个骑摩托车容不容易嘛？那好不好玩嘛？
好玩，非常好玩。China 非常 nice。
Yeah, okay. So to show you this, so a few moments ago we saw them like carrying this down the slopes, and I think like the terrain here is a lot of fun for riding these motorcycles. Perhaps in a few minutes they might be able to drive around on one of these, and we might get to see them in action.
Yeah.
But I think this bike is very cool.
川崎。
Okay, I can see we've got the monster emblem on there. Yeah, 等一下你们会不会转一圈嘛？
下雨了，这地上打滑不行了。
Okay, so he's saying it's a little bit slippery at the moment, so they're not planning to ride them just yet. So let me just get this in the shot then. 这个就跟我们的海报的风景差不多吧？
对。
Okay, so this is the spot I really wanted to show you right at the beginning of the live stream. And can you maybe tell me in the comments, do you think, does this look a lot like a sci-fi scene? It does to me. 就是这个背后的一个风景，确实有这个科技感是很大，对吗？
对。而且我们后续还想设计一些活动，在周围策划一些活动，来进一步活跃这个周边的氛围。
Yeah, 所以我们有个评论，就是看起来就像一个太空桥。
对，就这种感觉。
那以后就是在里面会安排什么样的活动啊？
一个是活动的话，像春节期间，我们可能会策划一些，比如说类似于无人机表演呐，当然这个我们也正在策划论证当中哈。如果可以的话，还有一些比如说，怎么说呢？一些表演吧，就是一些小型的表演，在那个就是那个旁边的那个湿地公园这个位置。
Okay, so one of the activities they're in the process of negotiating is like one of these drone performances. These have become very popular over the last couple of years, and these performances never fail to amaze me either. Right. So we've got another comment here. What is this? So I can tell you again, there is I would say it's so much a new bridge now, relatively new. So this is the Baiju Bridge here in the Banan district of Chongqing. It's a 3.6 kilometer long bridge that connects Banan and Dedukou, kind of in the south of the city, and it has a very special design to it. We just mentioned that the pillar is shaped like a raindrop. And the inspiration came from the fact that Chongqing is a city that has historically lived and prospered, by the riversides. And you mentioned at the beginning that this has a world record. On this track above, that is the number 18 subway line, and on the top of that, there is an 8-lane wide, like I would say it's like a motorway, but like a big, artery connecting these two districts with 4 lanes going in either direction. And just a few days ago, really, some people came down here and they noticed that the scene right behind us, where we have the raindrop, the gap in the pillar, and then the track going on into the distance, kind of looks like a scene from a film called Interstellar. And like Kevin just said in the comments, I think I think that description is spot on. So over the last couple of days, lots of people from all over the city and also tourists have been flocking down here, and they come to take photographs. There are people flying their drones. Lots of children come down here. We've seen all of the toys and all of the fun activities that they're doing down here. And just in the space of like 1 or 2 days, they've also designed and got underway some new building work. So they're going to build like a new footpath, a viewing platform for all of the visitors here. So this is our sincere hope that long into the future, that people are going to get to continue flocking down here and just enjoy this wonderful atmosphere. Okay, so just to kind of bring the live stream to an end, I'm going to walk over a bit in that direction. I want to just finish with a side-on view of the bridge. 那么最后我们走到这边，我想看一下这座桥的一个侧面，Okay, and also, I just realised something. We have a video for you and some photographs. So whilst we walk out in that direction, we might have to walk 100 or 200 meters over these slippery pebbles. So backstage there, would you like to show our audience some of the photographs and also the video? I mean, I've been so excited on this live stream that I completely forgot. Yeah. 这下就是有点滑。